Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for Monday through Thursday, December 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Now, you know that when I'm doing the week, Monday through Thursday, I am going to be using these Radley Valentine decks. This is my Archangel Power Tarot cards, and this is my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. Now, I will also be using my Emily Anderson Crystal deck and my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies, written by Frances Monroe, right? Yep. And artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. Now, this is just the this is the introduction. You will see this tagged on to all the videos. So if you want to bypass or if you want to cross-watch, however you want to do it, down there you should have a timestamp and it will bypass the introduction. I hope you watch the introduction at least one time. Also, remember to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. It really has been making a major difference. More and more people have been seeing the videos, so thank you. Please keep doing that. You keep me on. Okay, but for those who bypass, I'll see you at the main readings. Now, this is the universal reading. This is the overall reading, what's going on in the world. This is also I'm going to be using my Rider-Waite deck and my Osha Zen Tarot deck. Now, we're also going to go and look at what is going on with the planets per se on the 6th of December. Now, they're always interesting, and the more I learn, the more I know how much little I do know. So the more I know, I need to learn more. So on December 6th, we have Mercury, which is in Sagittarius, and it is going to be squared with Jupiter, which is in Pisces right now. They're both at that 29 degrees. So I'm not quite sure where we're going, because in just a little bit of time, Mercury is going to be entering into Capricorn, and just right at that same day, just a little bit of time from each other. So Sagittarius is very adventurous. Mercury is about our communications. It's about our electronics. And also, too, the other thing about Mercury, at the end of the month, it will be going retrograde. That will be the 4th retrograde for 2022. It happens, but it doesn't happen a lot. So Mercury has some real big play in the game right now. Mercury is something to watch. So how is it, adventure, Mercury, communications, squaring with Pluto. Now remember, squaring is a little bit, it's not necessarily opposing it, but it is putting a little more pressure on each of this. Jupiter, planet of largesse, Pisces, water energy, and that is all about, dreams and visions, things like that too. So that's squaring. However, like I said, Mercury will be going into Capricorn, earth energy, about your home, your life, tangible energy, your work energy. So you could be hearing maybe somebody could be going out for a job interview. It looks really, really positive. That squaring with Jupiter could be a very good sign, or it could be one of those times that the answer was not expected per se. Doesn't mean that it's negative. It just means, oh, I didn't see that coming. But then that Capricorn thing makes it more earthbound, makes it more reality. The interesting part for me, let me get there, is that Mercury crosses over what is called the galactic center, and that's 28-29 with Sagittarius. The galactic center, and again, like I said, the more I know, I don't know. This is the center of the Milky Way. This is the center of the universe. Or the galaxy. This is the center, and it has a very massive black hole. Not quite sure what we're doing with all of that, but it is something that's going to be a very, so communication could just change. There could be a major change in communication. So let's just put that out there. The 7th of December, and this is going to be Eastern time, we will have that full moon, and that will be 11:07 p.m. Eastern time. So it could be it could be in the evening on the 7th, or it could be in the morning of the 8th. It's right around there. So this is going to be, the full moon will be in Gemini. Now, I have heard the full moon being called an angry moon, because, Mars is retrograde in Gemini right now. I'm going to look at this. Now, yes, Mars is a warrior energy, warrior planet, but I'm going to look at this more as, because you have to think the warriors are also very strategic. So I'm going to think that this might be, there might be some very forceful energies with this planet or with this, what's going on here. But I'm going to think that there's going to be some strategy with this energy too. So it's not necessarily, even though it may look, maybe something looks like it's out of control, but I feel like it's more controlled than we think. Now the full moon is conjunct with Mars. So that actually, even though, conjunct with Mars, which is in, retrograde in Gemini, and conjuncting actually works together. It pushes it together. It is trining with Saturn, which is again a positive energy. Saturn in Aquarius, okay, there's our card for that one. Trining in Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, that's basically a positive thing too. Saturn, of course, illusion versus reality. So, we might be seeing something pop with the with Saturn. That full moon energy, again, full moon is squaring with Neptune in Pisces, and it is squaring also with Jupiter in Pisces. So there's a little more pressure put on with Neptune and Pisces, hidden energies. We will see what we will see. I have posted what I do here, what I'm looking at. I have posted that on my blog. Wasn't able to send out any links, but I'll try to get that to my Facebook and my Instagram and my YouTube channel also under community. And then we go to the 8th, where the Sun, Sagittarius, is opposing Mars, which is retrograde. So that's, like I said, opposing is opposing. It's like saying, don't like what you're doing here. So we have this thing with the full moon. Like I said, some people are calling it an angry full moon. I am looking at it as a very strategic full moon. I'm also looking at it as very, it may not necessarily make sense to us, okay? But again, full moons, I do not say to worship the full moons, but we are told to look to the heavens. There will be signs and wonders in heavens. So to look to them. But the thing about the full moon, it is a time, it does affect the earth. It does affect the people of the earth. It is a time where I look to release what's holding me back, relinquish what I don't need anymore, and request the stuff that I would like. Release, relinquish, and request. 3 days before, 3 days after, the moon energies are very strong. I look at it as a way, it is a divine creation. I look at it as a way to remind me to ask, to ask God, Source, Holy Spirit, whoever that is to you, hey, we need some help down here. Okay, so let's see. Remind you too that I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. So, that galactic, that center thing, that I have to look that up a little bit more. So here we go. Let's see what we've got here now. What higher power? Higher power. What the heck is going to happen? What is going on? What do we need to know? What's going on with the world, especially with this full moon energy all around us? Just a lot of stuff. And I know the fact that I was rushing through it like that means that to me, it means that it's going to be a very powerful energy for this full moon. Okay, here we go. 8s, remember, are about, unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. 7 is, to me, it is a divine number and divine interference, divine umbrella. So let's see what we've got here. I've got a card down here. When they fly. I have a card from Osha Zen Tarot, so we will put that here too. Let's see what we have now, our Rider-Waite cards. Here we go. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. Now, if you've been following me, you know this is not my favorite card. This is my rebellious card. This is the one that I say, I'm going to go the other way. The Hierophant is a 5, and that is some change energy, positive, negative. The Hierophant is very much with rules and regulations. I call this the business of government, the business of religion. This is one of those times, where you just feel like everything's, like you feel like you're in a straitjacket almost here. And, the Hierophant is one that I kind of say, when I see this, it's like, pay attention. Something's going to try to hold you down a little bit, and you may want to avoid it before it comes, or you might want to have your escape plan ready. Okay? Something about the Hierophant. I know some people will say some readers will say the Hierophant brings you to your higher development. I do like that explanation. I just don't agree with that explanation. To me, the Hierophant is cringy. It's cringy. It's like, oh, no, 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 no. So when I see this, I'm like, exit stage right or left, whichever way you want to go. Next card is the Hermit. So we have two major arcana cards here. So the Hermit is a 9. You have everything you need. Let's wrap it up. The Hermit is one, and this is major arcana. So this is some strong universal energy going on for this week. The Hermit is step back. The Hermit is pray. The Hermit is meditate. The Hermit is connect with your higher power. It is not a time where we are around a lot of people. It's not a time where we are celebrating. It's not a real big party time, okay? Again, it's a time to step back and just pray, meditate. And the thing about the Hermit, though, the Hermit, is not, the Hermit's not cringing. The Hermit's not hiding. The Hermit actually is looking down, so there is a little bit of a, like, I'm not going to look up. I'm kind of bowing my head energy. But now he could be watching his path. He could be seeing, to find his true path. There is the light that he holds. It's not necessarily a light that's luminous. I mean, it's not really big, like big spotlight. And he does have his staff to help. But this is all about finding your path also. So, this between the two of these, not quite sure where we're going to go because, like I said, that this is not my favorite card, but it is a necessary card. It is a necessary message. This one is kind of step back. It's a good time to pray, meditate, and contemplate next steps. Okay? Next card is, now we face our fears. We are facing our fears. Something is going on where we face our fears. Now, this is a 15. So we have a 5, 9, and a 15. Now, 15 is 555. Change, change, change. 15 is a 10, which is transitional energy plus that 5. So we're moving into something to change. We can also take the 15, make it a 6. 1 plus 5 is a 6. And 6 is the number of man. It's the energies we put into something. So we get the Devil card. Now the Devil card is really, it's not as scary as it looks, except, just as, like I said, the Hermit, we need to do some reflection. And the Devil card is showing us some stuff that's not necessarily pleasing to us. You have to look at the card. We have the man and the woman. We have the man and the woman that they are in chains, but at the same time, at any moment, they can break those chains. They can break those bonds. This is the card where I tell you that, fear is a tool of the devil. It tries to hold you back. It tries to keep you from your divine destiny, okay? And I know what that's all about. I do know that. I have been there, done that type of thing, taking the safe route and not necessarily stepping out into that unknown path. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm never going to tell you to do that. And I will tell you it's always easier to get a job when you get a job. When you have a job. But the devil is about facing your fears. Do you stay where you're at and accept the fact that you're losing your humanity, or do you slip those chains and move on? So the devil energy is very very powerful, but the devil energy is only as powerful as you feed into it, okay? As you give it. So it looks like this full moon has a very strong energy. This week is a very strong energy. I do like, meditate, pray. It doesn't necessarily feel as positive as we would like it to be. However, it's a very cleansing energy, and it's, again, facing our fears, and slipping the bondage and moving out of that. Okay? Okay, now this is the card that when I was shuffling, and I had made a mistake of shuffling, well, it's never mistakes, right? Of shuffling my Osha Zen Tarot cards, and this one is the one that flew. So let us see what we have. Higher power. What is this one all about? I kind of Okay, so now we have a 7. We have a 7. This is patience. I believe this is also one of the major arcana cards too. Okay, so this is, there's a lot of fertility here. There's a lot of moon energy here. I'm trying to think of which one this would be, and you're going to tell me. 8 is strength, 6 is, oh, 7 generally is the chariot energy. So I'm not quite sure where these are all connecting here. I need to take a peek at this. I'm going to hold on a second while I take a look at this. No, it is not major arcana. It is, I get a little confused sometimes in which ones I'm following. I was thinking of John Holland's Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. But 7, again, is a divine number. 7 is a divine umbrella. There is a moon cycle here. There is all about patience. The woman is waiting to have her child. The woman, and a lot of times, hey, former labor and delivery nurse, and even though people will say there's no studies to prove this, the full moon does bring about new birth many a time, okay? So it is a lunar cycle. It is a lunar time. It could be, again, the full moon is right above her head. It is on the 7th, and Eastern time, the full moon will be on the 7th. So whatever's going on up here, it is, this is a card saying, reminding us patience. Kind of, is this connecting with that full moon too? You let me know. Okay, let me know what you say, what you think about this, the ones that do watch my introduction. Okay, so just want to let you know, I may be posting, posting an additional one before maybe Sunday or Monday. I bought some new cards, so I may unpack them for you, and we'll see where we go with that. But again, why don't we do the like, share, subscribe, clicking on the bell for notifications. Again, it's amazing, especially when you do that, how it does pop the channel. Okay, so I really appreciate it. Do not be afraid of any of this. Remember, no fear. We will just be strong. Patience. Okay. So let's start our videos. And hello, my Leos. How are you doing? Oh my goodness, very interesting energies. We will see what we will see. And as always, keep your vibrations elevated, okay? Okay, let's see what we've got to do here. Let's see. Higher power, what do you want to tell our Leos? What do you want to tell our Leos? Oh, being called up for your strength. So just be strong. Just continue to be strong, my Leos. Pray, meditate, do that hermit thing of praying and meditating, but be strong. It's a time for strength for you. And it could be a time for you to show your strength. So don't be worried. Oh, because whenever I hear, it's time for you to be strong, it's like, oh no, what does it mean that we're going to go through? It doesn't mean that. It's like, it's time, it's for you to show your strength, because there's a lot of confidence. This is a week that's really going to be that you really need to be very confident in yourself, okay? I don't know, just getting that, have to say it. Okay, everything is reversed, so strong stuff. Let's see what we've got for our Leos. First card is, well, the Queen of Raphael. So the Queen's energy, she has water as her base, emotional, very, very concerned, very spiritual energy too, very connected to higher power energy with this. I'm picking that up. Raphael is water energy also. It is our Cancer, our Pisces, our Scorpio. Pisces has a lot of very hidden depths to it. This is somebody who cares deeply. This is somebody who loves deeply. This is somebody that is committed to wherever she is going. Very feminine energy, but she is committed to her changes. She is committed to her work, to her family, to her mission, to her path. She knows, she's kind of, she doesn't necessarily know, but she is more knowing this week than usual. How's that mean? How does that? She's more knowing. So again, I'm going to get kind of a trust your gut, kind of that high priestess energy even. Trust your gut, trust your intuition, stay connected with higher power, and just know that what you're doing is really being guided. Okay? Okay. Let's see. The Queen of Raphael is kind, understanding, giving, psychic. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. So when you're thinking it, if you're feeling the vibe, you're going to know it. Trust yourself with this. You can always, and I do this too. I'm like, when I'm like, am I supposed to do this? And then I really do. If I take time to listen, I do get a clear answer. Okay, next card, reversed again. The King of Gabriel. So now we're getting a lot of court cards, okay? And I think I was getting a lot of court cards for Sagittarius and Aries. So something about that higher level, that higher energy. Not to say that the other ones aren't high, but this has a higher, more knowing energy. So the King's underlying energy is our air. It is our Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. That Gemini full moon. Very linear, very thinking things through. But we've got Gabriel, we've got fire energy, your energy, Aries energy, and also Sagittarius. So it is very passionate, burning, determined energy. The King of Gabriel looks at the whole picture. The King of Gabriel is an extremely strategic player on the world scene. Okay, whatever that means. But, he, and again, masculine energy, he's caring this, because we're next to that queen, there is this caring side. There is the side that's keeping him from being too reckless or too, nonchalant. So it is kind of keeping him a little bit more caring, more, it is focusing him a little more on the humanity of side. If you just left the King of Gabriel on his own, he would be doing what is right, but he wouldn't necessarily be doing it for everybody. Okay, so the Queen's kind of balancing him out, if that makes sense. But King of Gabriel is looking at everywhere, looking at everything, next steps, looking at how am I going to maintain, how am I going to work this through, kind of saying, okay, what I'm doing right now, I want to, maybe I want to grow it in a week, in a year. It is really very far and futuristic type of planning at the same time. So I'm kind of getting this thing that what you're doing this week will have ramifications going down next month, next half year, next year. Okay? So, but it is a very caring energy at the same time. So generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. And that's a little multiplied, that concern for others, with that Queen of Raphael. Okay, so that's a little bit more oomph to it. But again, it's whatever's going on this week will have longer term ramifications. Okay, positive though. I do feel positive. So again, I am feeling a lot with that, with that Gemini moon, a lot of strategy, especially as it's affecting the fire signs. Okay, next card over, the 10 of Raphael. Well, so we have a 10, 1, new beginnings, 0, God source energy, 10, transition. Raphael is our water energy once again. So the Queen, whatever this King and Queen are doing, it does bring about a blessed family. It does bring about a happier life. Again, like I said, I feel like whatever this King is doing, it's really for the longer term. Okay, you might see it now. It doesn't mean that it doesn't come about now. But what it is, it's like, he's making plans, with the Queen. He's making plans now, and you'll probably see the short results, but he's making plans for the longer term at the same time. Okay? But this is a blessed family. This is lots of love and lots of caring around you, my Leos. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Happily ever after. I feel like, whatever this is, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good energy around you, my Leos. Okay. Let's see. Guardian angels, can you help us a little bit more? So, and again, too, I I always have to remind myself I don't have to understand it all. I just have to tell you what I have to tell you. Here we go. Let's see. And I do know that whoever or whomever hears this, it will be delivered correctly. Okay, guardian angels, what do you have for our Leos? What else for our Leos? What else? Clarification? Help us out. Okay. The guardian of abundance. So the guardian is our king, okay? Underlying is our air energy. Abundance is our earth energy, our pentacle energy, okay? So this is our money guy. This is, so whatever the king of Gabriel and the king of abundance, whatever this king is doing is going to create, it's going to create more of a financial stability for that future, or more of a, maybe a financial security even, if you want to put it that way. Okay. This is a time of great success for you. And like I said, we're not just thinking, this one's thinking about that future, but this one is working in the now, okay? All your plans are blessed and will move forward perfectly. Unexpected job opportunities arise in the near future. Make sure to accept them. I would also say pray over them before you accept them. This card indicates that someone with an amazing career is involved in the situation. This is a powerful person with great integrity who enjoys hard work. This person could be you. Okay? Guardian, the king of abundance, king of earth, is also a lawyer or a professional or a doctor, somebody like that that comes in and helps a little bit. Can be that too. So but again, I do like that. It's a time of great success for you. So, like I said, that's kind of in the now, but that King of Gabriel's making sure that it doesn't just stop. Okay? Okay. Let's see what we've got here. The inspirational wisdom from our angels and fairies. What do you have for our Leos? What do we have for our Leos? What do we have for our Leos? So, yeah, that King of Gabriel is not just, this is more the now. This is more the future. So preparing for the future, preparing for the now. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Inspirational wisdom, right? Yes, here we go. For our Leos here. Leo, 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 here we are. Reversed again. Guardian of the sun and moon. Now the sun affects you. We've got a full moon here. I wonder if this has anything to do with that. I would say good possibility. Anyway, the change you seek may be outside your comfort zone. Ask for the strength to help you move forward. Now you have to be careful when you're asking for strength. Whenever I've asked for strength, it usually meant that I came across some hard times. So if you're going to ask like it said here, strength to help you move forward. We're kind of, I know we're not looking at the details, but yet we're putting a little bit of detail in that prayer, okay? So here we go. So strength to move forward, strength to move forward. What crystal or energy would be there also? What would be helpful for my Leos? What's helpful for my Leos? Here we go. Reversed. Malachite. Pain relief, transformation, vision. It's also powerful protection. Interesting. I like the green, green, green. Green is for your heart. Green is also for money and for love. Okay, so my Leos, what is it all about? You tell me. Take that time again, because I was amazed when you did this like a week ago, how it really popped. People were seeing the channel, so thank you. Take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, my Leos, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.